Alright, what's going on, y'all? So in today's video, we are going to be testing out a very scary new team. Now, you might look at this team and you might think, hey, I don't see any freaking blueberry Pokemon in there, my guy. But now that the blueberry DLC is out, we do have access to some of the moves that were not as widely dispersed before, right? So we now have Expanding Force Indeedee, and this team is definitely like one of the best teams I've made so far for the whole Blueberry DLC. Like, you don't need the new Pokemon to build a good team, obviously. And I mean, this is still kind of a ladder team, right? Because we're trying to catch our opponents by surprise. And if anything, if you wanted to make it not a ladder team, you would just take one of the moves off of Indeedee for Trick Room, and then you can technically still use this as like a team in like a tournament, right? But you'd probably want to give Indeedee Fairy Terra. I'm gonna keep the Psychic Terra right now because I like doing damage, and I just thought that would be fun. So if we really need to, we can start Ogre Pawn and Indeedee and click Follow Me Trick Room if we are being pressured by dark moves and things like that, right? But we're going to get around to the team in more detail when we do the rental code at the end of the video. I just wanted to play the matches first because if you ask me, like, you never know if I'm going to want to change a team in the middle of using it. So it is what we got. But the main idea is why is it not on random music? I thought it was on random. Okay, well, I mean, let's be honest, this is kind of like a hoo-ha team. So I'm just going to start Indeedee Roaring Moon, and then bring Ursaluna and Sandcorn, my guy. Do we need a little Sandcorn in our lives? If we're not bringing the Sandcorn, we can easily probably just bring like Ogre Pawn, so that should be fine. The one thing that we cannot do with this team is get out of taking big damage from Volcarona, right? So, like, because I have the Psychic Terra instead of the... Yeah, that's fine. Because I have the Psychic Terra, we technically would be taking damage here. But, like, without a doubt, the best thing for me to do right now is going to be to just... First off, speed. Okay, good. We just click Expanding Force, and we click Tailwind. Like, that's basically what this team does. It makes you think it wants to click Trick Room, and then we just click Choice Specs Expanding Force. Yeah, so this is, you can tell, like, just looking at their team, this person's, So we'll just blow up on them really quick, and then we'll start another match. Corona. Yeah, so I mean, this is a really good core, though, if we're being honest. Like, the Roaring Moon plus choice... Yeah, I mean, the Roaring Moon plus choice specs Indeedee core is really good because, yeah, like, I can just click Tailwind and click Expanding Force. Like, what are they going to do, right? And then after that turn, now I have Roaring Moon on the field as well, like, ready to do damage if they didn't take it out, right? And I mean, there's going to be teams that obviously have ways to counter what I'm doing, right? But ultimately, we are putting on the pressure. I would expect probably like Rev-A-Vroom, but yeah, Sarah Ledge, okay. So, not a big deal. We just click E-Force, we click Knockoff, pretty straightforward. Ooh, nice. They got the sauce. But we're still first, so... Jeebus. Sorry, I know you guys can probably hear the people walking around upstairs. But, yeah, I mean, that's a quick win for you. Nice. So we'll give it a second to just try to rejumble, you might say, the try not to just link with that person again, right? But one of the things that I've been thinking about with this team is that it might actually be beneficial to take off Tyranitar for Goldango, because we need a good matchup into Hatterene, and versus Hatterene we can pretty safely just click like what am I trying to say? We can pretty safely just click if we have Goldango, that is, we can click Expanding Force, make it rain, and there's nothing they can do about it, right? So... I do kind of still think that we should do this, like, and then we should bring the bear in the back and Ogerpon or Urshifu, basically. I like Ogerpon because of the way that it matches up versus Primarina, I think. Like, I'm trying to think here, because, like, technically, if they set Trick Room, that's not good, right? So, if I need to stop them from setting Trick Room, I can technically afford that, I guess. Yeah, so we are going to have to do that. And that's fine, like, it'll work. We raise our speed, we click Expanding Force, we go Terra, and I mean, we could knock off, like, I think, if anything, the knockoff just covers for, like, if they decide for some reason to switch out, but really the Terra covers for not just getting killed by Moonblast, right? Which we actually kind of have to do. So, Volterra will break the sash on the Chandelure so that they can't click. They just don't even have a sash. Okay. But that was still important, I think. Scarf. Jeez. Okay. What are you doing? They come for you, my guy. That's how I feel. Kylie. I respect. Jar Jar, respect. I am gonna click E-Force, and I'm gonna click Tailwind. I think there's a really good chance that they do have the sash, but ultimately this is what we have to do, right? So I don't know who they're gonna Terra here. I mean, that makes sense, but like... it's annoying, but like, how far does it actually get you, right? Like, this Expanding Force is gonna take them down to Sash, without a doubt. If they have the Sash. Nice. You can't get out of it, my guy. You can't get out of Indeedee. You can't get out of Choice Specs Expanding Force Male Indeedee. Like, so if they click Belly Drum, like how far is it really gonna get them, right? Like, good job. I'm ready to see what you do, my guy. Ready to expand these. We give Indeedee the kill. We give Indeedee the kill, alright? He earned it. And it is a he. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I just think that the Roaring Moon Indeedee combo is very strong. So, you know, we've got our options. We've got Expanding Force. I like having the two dark types so that we are good against opposing Expanding Force. So that's really the idea behind Roaring Moon and T-Tar, as opposed to Goldango Roaring Moon, I guess. Okay, we've got Gouging Fire here. We've got Gouging Fire. I'm thinking we start Sandcorn and Indeedee. We go Sandcorn Indeedee. We bring our own Ursaluna. And we bring Roaring Moon. So, like, my thought process here is most people these days are not running, they're not running wide guard. And even if you are, what does it actually matter that much, right? So, I feel pretty comfortable here just clicking E-Force, and technically I can click Knockoff, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna click E-Force, and I'm just gonna click Knockoff. Alright, that kind of sucks. We might lose. I think there's a really good chance that I'll live this Hyper Voice with Indeedee. Actually with both we might live. Okay, well we live with one. I did make the wrong play because I should have clicked Rock Slide, right? But we can bring in Roaring Moon. And I don't love this situation, but like, technically, I should probably Terra, knock off, and then click Rock Slide, and hope that we live. I'm expecting, yeah, I was gonna say Roaring Moon. We will Terra first no matter what, so I think my opponent should recognize what they need to do here. We did not play correctly. So there's a really good chance that we'll lose this if they do Terra. Yeah. So more than anything, we need a flinch here, right? So we'll knock off the Eviolite. We'll do a Rock Slide. And they get tripped. Okay. So yeah, we're not in an amazing position here. I need to think. Because like technically... Sorry, my voice just got really loud. Technically, I don't want to KO them right now. So, like, I want to actually, if I can, go after this. Alright, that'll probably just lose us the game. The only way we still win is if Roaring Moon lives. Roaring Moon gets one shot. That being said, that sucks, man, because I could have clicked low kick protect, right? Like, so I didn't make the right play. So ultimately, if we lose this, I do believe it's my fault, right? But I don't have bulk, so yeah, we just get KO'd. Okay, so I needed to go for the Rock Slide and the Expanding Force instead of going for what I did. So like, I think I had a good plan. I just kind of like, in some sense, disrespected the Sylveon, right? So it was a GG. But this is also what Goldango is for, right? Like, I kind of said that if I had Goldango in the T-Tar slot, we wouldn't have been in that position, right? So I like this team. This is a scary team. We can go... We can start like Ogerpon, Ursaluna with Tyranitar and Roaring Moon, technically, Urshifu, kind of. I mean, we're gonna have to be like Terraing Roaring Moon if we want to do that, right? We would have to Terra Urshifu as well. Urshifu does afford the best damage into certain things on their team. Ultimately, I'm probably not starting the right lead, which will disbenefit me, right? So I just need to think, like, they do have Hitmontop, which is a fake out user, or I mean Hitmonchan, right? So they can use Hitmonchan to click fake out, get Trick Room, and but they do that. I think we do click Hyper Voice, and if we're being honest, Metagross might have Trick Room, so you could call that a foresight on my part. Oversight, boy. That doesn't work. I'm trying to think, like, so yeah, we definitely didn't need to Terra, which is good. The Hyper Voice should be able to pick it up from here. Hopefully, geez, maybe not. Okay. We get a crit. That's kind of rude, but it is what it is. So they're really trying here, you know, they're trying to get rid of my Ogerpon. If they bring out Urshifu, which no, that's yeah. So I'm gonna just Earth Power them and go for this. Like, there is a way in which this could lose me the game, right? And that would be... No, yeah, there's definitely ways this could lose me the game. I'm just assuming that this should hit hard enough, because... Alright, we might lose. Yeah, if they have Urshifu in the back, I think we should lose. But I have Roaring Moon, which is probably good. So the thing that sucks here is that they have Draining Kiss, right? Which is like really bad for me. But I do believe that technically if I click Tailwind and Blood Moon, I should be kind of okay. So yeah, they're gonna go for the weakness policy, right? That's not gonna help. So we go for Tailwind, we go for Blood Moon. They might not KO us with this Fire Wrath, but oh no, because yeah, they definitely will. Yeah. So they really just don't have the damage anymore to get through this. I do think that I want to knock off them before... Well... Let's just click Rock Slide and Acrobatics. Okay, so I could have knocked off. And they flinched. Nice. So I was right to kind of intuit the possibility that they might have a weakness policy and to go for the correct moves there, right? But I'll click this. They should scoop, but I'm just having fun. Give him a little low kick to finish it off. I think the team works though, you know, like just because we lost the one to the freaking Helping Hand Hyper Voice boy, like I had plays I could make, right? Like I easily had different options that would have shown better success in that game. So all in all, I like the team a lot, and I will get you guys this rental code. And I do think that like this is easily one of the best teams that I've made for the new season. So alright, so here is the decided upon final version of the team for now. I figured let's actually just drop Blood Moon for Goldango. So while Blood Moon is good, like nobody's gonna deny that, I just think that ultimately, like, we have the tech to hit the things that we need to, right? Like, even something like Metagross, you know, we have Ivy Sigil, we have, you know, knockoff, things like that, right? And if they Terra Steel, you know, we still have other moves to hit that, right? So it's not like we necessarily, like, need a earth type move or a ground type move very badly on this team in order to like pick up for what it's missing, right? But like that being said, it was kind of nice, and ultimately what I think I'm gonna end up doing is I'm probably going to switch Urshifu off of the team for Landorus. So I mean, I just didn't think we were really using Urshifu. Like, the one thing that's nice about it is that it does have, you know, the ability to get through Protect, right? So like, you can click Surging Strikes and start, you know, Indeedee and do massive, like, overwhelming damage that way, right? But I mean, the Intimidate would be nice. I don't know. I honestly think that this team performs well enough. Like, we saw that if we had just Terra Psychic our Indeedee, we would have been able to get the KO on that Sylveon probably, like, especially if we had just clicked Rock Slide too. So it's not like we were really missing the tools that we needed. This team should definitely perform very well. Again, the idea is kind of that, like, you're trying to surprise your opponent into thinking that you might want Trick Room, and so you can start Roaring Moon Indeedee, click Tailwind to Expanding Force. Hopefully they won't realize that's what you're doing, but it is a male Indeedee, right? So you gotta also, like, don't count everyone out, right? We are on casual ladder right now, but like eventually people might pick up on what you're doing. Like, that being said, we do have multiple options, right? Like, we have Ogre Pawn plus Indeedee as a lead, where we can click Follow Me Expanding Force. We have Goldango Indeedee as a lead, where we can click Follow Me Nasty Plot. And then you can bring Roaring Moon in the back as a tailwind after you've already started doing what you need to do. And then have like Urshifu or Tyranitar as well as like extra, good stuffs, right? So this is a good team. Again, it doesn't technically have any Blueberry Pokemon, but it has Expanding Force Indeedee, which we did not have access to, again, up until the DLC. So, pretty nice. We have the knockoff too on T-Tar, which we were not allowed to have up until the Kitakami DLC. So, we're taking use of the new ways the old Pokemon can be played, given the DLCs that we have now. So I like the team a lot. I think it can perform very well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think we could have easily won everything in this vid, but we are also on casual ladder, so it is what it is. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in and have a good day.